Hello, welcome to another tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Around the Bend. It's a 4x6, and I painted this last week. I'm real happy with it. I really wanted to paint it bigger, but I've got like a real push for 4x6s right now. It's sort of the summer here, and the tourists are buying them. They like that size. I don't know why. Well, for one, the little paintings sell for less, and they fit nice in a suitcase and stuff like that. Anyway, you can see I'm painting on a board. It's been primed with some house paint. That's basically kind of been adjusted to hit a burnt sienna tone. The original that I got mixed from the paint store was a little bright, so I adjusted it with some raw umber, and I think it's a wonderful tone. It was really helpful in supporting my painting. The color you see me using there, that's just plain old burnt umber, no additions or adulterations. And I've got a basic grid, which is just, dividing the picture plane in half both ways. That's just to give us kind of extra ways to find our bearings, especially at this drawing stage where we're trying to get an idea of what we're going to do. Now, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm experimenting. This is like sketching. I can easily wipe things away. I can try different things. In a lot of cases, I'm relying on experience from painting similar scenes in the past. As far as things that don't work, like I want to point out in the members area, you would have access to the reference image that I used, and also 4K and real time, so you'll hear me talking a bit about it, especially early on in those painting sessions. Since they're real time, as we progress, we're making smaller and smaller changes to the painting. But in the reference image, that little tree you saw me paint, the one that's just on the inside of the little gully there, that was right up the middle, and it was actually working and looked real nice in the reference, but I didn't feel it would be good to block that area completely. In fact, you see even that little squiggle that I put in there, that's a bit of an exploratory experimental squiggle. And a lot of what I do in the drawing stage is like that. I start with basically it's the medium that's thinning the paint, and I'm just going to try things out and get things set. I don't worry too much about details, and I only have a limited range of values. That also, the other thing I wanted to really navigate was how the trees were coming into the sky there. That's a place that I have struggled in the past, and I see a lot of painters, that's one of the places where their paintings fail or fall. And what I would recommend is, you probably are aware of it. You probably know that you've had some challenges there. This is a place to mess around with it, not with a brush that's loaded up with pigment, right? Just my 2 cents. Anyway, we're getting the drawing pretty much completed here, and I want to point out I have finished all 3 of my video courses, and I thought it was going to be a pretty quick rollout from there. However, what I'm discovering is that I have a mountain of work ahead of me as far as the quote-unquote sales page and the emails and all that. So probably going to be early March, but join that mailing list because you'll be the first to find out about it, and you'll be the first to get big discounts on the courses themselves. That's the place I want to do it, is between me and you through the email. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that. And pretty soon we'll have an ad for the book coming up. And the book, there will be an option of the courses bundled with the books. It's going to be basically where I'm almost just paying for the book. Because between the shipping and the printing, yeah, it's not a real moneymaker, but I love the book, and a lot of people I've just had great comment on the channel on the book, a lot of great feedback on the book. We'll talk about the book briefly when we get there. All right, so I pre-mixed a set of colors. I'm going in with the sky. Now, this is a very tonal painting. I had considered like an orangey sort of sunsetty sky, but there was so much orange in the landscape that I chose to really lean into some kind of blues with a lot of warm gray. So you can't really just, you couldn't completely ignore the landscape of the sky. I mean, although that's possible, you could be a very clever painter and do this complementary cool sky against a warm landscape thing. And in a sense, I'm sort of doing that, but there's a lot of integration going on, and mostly in the form of the warm grays, which have been, a big heap and helping of. Oh, I tell you what color I love for warm grays. I don't mind telling you, it's amazing. It's brown ochre from Old Holland. That's an amazing color. And I discovered that color in the process of trying to find a more opaque version of raw umber, which it's close to. It's not quite as dark as raw umber, but they work together very beautifully. It's earned its place in my palette. Yeah, you can just chuck a little white into that, and a tiny tab of black. It's a beautiful warm gray, beautiful color all the way around. Yeah, so the sky's, pretty much done. We always do the sky first. Sky's behind everything. Notice that the tree holes, by the way, are way more muted in tone than the sky itself. Never make your tree holes too bright. Don't make them as bright as that other area. What's this, the book? Check it out. The book is the capstone to my first, basically, 12 years of painting. And one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately, since I've had to try and communicate in these video courses as I'm, I'm used to talking as I'm painting. I'm doing that in our members area all the time, to the point where I'm getting, to be one of these people talks to themselves. But this was a little different in that I would do the painting, and then next day I came in and did the audio, and I'm trying to give you real insight. It's like my attention is fully turned towards you as the person trying to learn to paint. That's not the case in the members area. In the members area, I'm trying to do a painting, and I'm dropping some insights along the way, which is also super valuable. But it's a process of trying to think about what goes into making all these thousands of decisions, and what I've really been thinking about is, why are my paintings better now than they were before? Because I've done a lot of them and I failed a lot, and this is why I'm always harping yet again. Here I am. I'm harping on painting a lot as the best way to learn painting, because you may be an intuitive person, whether you are or not. You're utilizing intuition as your one of your tools in your paint box, so to speak. It's got to be fed with the experience. You have to really have tried a bunch of different things to see, in a lot of cases, because every stroke I'm laying down here is a decision. And not only that, but you can't be immobilized. One of the things I notice, I end up harping on it on these courses, but I don't mind harping on it here to you for free, is this thing where, yes, people are actually painting, but they don't really know what they're doing or what they're going to do next. They're trying to do. That's a very complex move, that's not so easy. And so what I recommend to you, if you're a painter starting out, is take these little breaks, like where you're feeling that frustration, like, I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to paint this. Just take a minute. Don't paint while you're trying to figure it out. Because what's happening is you probably did make a bunch of good decisions, but in the process of unconsciously painting as you're trying to figure out your next move, what happens is that you're obliterating all your good work, and it's just making the problem. It's exacerbating the problem. But the other thing, of course, I'm always recommending, and I harp on this in the video courses and on the channel for years, and with my local students as well, is that, just get the board covered and do a few other things and call that a painting. That's your best bet. And as I'd mentioned, I think in the last video, I'm really studying this amazing book by Norman Rockwell, that was part of the advanced famous artist course, and it's so thorough and beautiful, and he was such a master. He's telling you exactly what he has to do, and it's a lot of work for him to make these amazing illustrations, but you know, lots of little pearls in there. Even though I don't do illustrations, I'm making pictures. It's like, don't put anything in your picture that doesn't need to be there. Okay, well, we know that, but do you know that? You know, a lot of times you really will learn that through the process of experience, because after a while you'll start having a bunch of pictures around. You can't help but look at them, and you'll start to notice things, and you go, oh yeah, okay, I remember thinking about what I should do when I painted that, and I should have done less. Anyway, you know, it's the other thing is, let your process support you. I use the same process. You can watch hundreds and hundreds of videos here. I changed the color of the board, the ground color. I changed the color of my drawing. Sometimes I'll add perylene, or sometimes I do black, or just straight up old burn umber. Doesn't really matter. Or I do burnt sienna in a couple of these video courses, and that works really well. Doesn't really matter, but the principle is that you work out your painting in advance, solve those compositional problems and some of the basic value problems in advance, and you're going to have a better painting. There's just no question about it. So that's process. Process plus experience adds up to getting better, and doing a lot of work, really. Process is experience, doing a lot of work. If you do a lot of work and discard the bad work, then you'll get yourself into this. Doesn't matter what kind of personality you have. Doesn't really even matter which way you learn either. These things don't matter, because what matters is with painting is putting paint down on the board or the canvas on a regular basis, and that's how you get good. And it is a very rewarding thing to do. It's very fulfilling to create something that is a beautiful little art object, you know. And what feels better, you know? Maybe if you have kids, you might experience you know, some more gratifying feelings than that. But if you're single or whatever, that's the best you're gonna do. You know, okay, there's other creative stuff, like maybe you cooked a delicious meal for your friends and family, or that kind of thing, or you put on an amazing party, or who knows. But that's similar in that you're creating, you know, you're doing something in the world. And what I love about painting is that you have to rise to the occasion. You're actually doing something. And when it's done, it's there. You have something to show for your efforts, and that is even more fulfilling. So if it's a good work, you can look at it later, or even better, someone will buy it and put it in their home, and then they're going to be fulfilled, because there's something beautiful in their home that's basically ennobling the space and bringing light and beauty into it, and that's very positive as well. Alright, so this is the middle of the week video, and you're used to all the burbly videos anyway, but there was always a ton, very dense, with tips about what's really involved with painting. I'm not the world's greatest all-time master. I don't think I am. I'm just a guy struggling along like everyone else, but I've been doing it seriously for a long time, so I can help you. And sorry to be bringing up video course but on the other hand, I'm not, because I want everyone to jump in under this course and learn if they want to learn, you know, at least what I can teach. It's been a lot of work to do these courses, so I'll keep talking about them, because we're getting very close. You know, it won't be that long. It's, you know, we're basically, this is where I wanted to have them out, but they'll be out in a couple weeks. So anyway, until I come back with another video for your edification and enjoyment, do me a favor, do me a solid, take good care of yourself, your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble, and God bless you and your family. Fight the power.